Hello, it's Bennett from Memento Works. Today I'm going to be giving a demonstration about how to find some pictures of a similar event throughout the years easily through Mylio, which is the software I use to organize all my pictures. I'm a big fan of Mylio because it allows me to combine different libraries, including my wife's iPhone, my iPhone, her computer, my computer, as well as the family computer, and we're able to combine all the pictures in one view without actually moving the pictures. So the demo I'm going to be showing today is about how to find pictures throughout the years through your photo library. So my family and I have a tradition of going apple picking every year, sometime late September, early October. This year we were lucky. We did not get around to it till this past weekend, but we were lucky that the weather was nice and we were able to get it in. So I wanted to not only look at pictures from this year, but I wanted to find all the apple picking photos from throughout the years. So there's a couple ways you can do this. Number one, if this was like a birthday or a Christmas or something, you could go through the calendar view really easily and just go on that date each year. That would be easy. The problem with this is there's a range of dates. But the good news is we go to the same place almost every year. So the first thing I did was go to the place that we go to the most often, which is a place called Belltown Orchards in Glastonbury, Connecticut. Shout out to Belltown, great place. We've probably been there 8 or 9 times, and using the mapping function, we were able to find that. Um, and what I was able to do is just find this big cluster of pictures. Um, Obviously, I mean, it's that the geolocation is that accurate that different places when you're just walking around apple picking, it still picks them up. But the idea is that this is the general area that I know I've been, so now I can kind of look at all these pictures and narrow it down. Okay, so before I get to that, though, you do have to make sure that you have an album to put them in. So what I did is I went to my album view and just created an album called Apple Picking Through the Years, as you can see here. And another just quick thing in Mylio is you can kind of skim through the photos in an album without actually going into the album. That's sort of fun. You can see some other albums I've created here. So back to the map view. And then I simply just went to each one of these spots. And if it was apple picking related, which luckily I don't do too many other things near Belltown Orchard. So pretty much everything was apple picking related. So I simply selected all the files, Control A. I right clicked, and if you see where it says add to album, and you could see that it remembered the most recent album, Apple Picking Through the Years. So that's the first thing that I did is I literally just went through each one of these pictures and figured it out. And again, I would say 99% of these pictures were all from apple picking. Then I remembered a couple years we went to another place in Wolcott, Connecticut. So I did the same thing there, found a bunch of pictures. And that was all I could remember. And I know there was a couple other places we went over the years, and I couldn't even remember what town they were in. So what I then did is then I went into my calendar view, and the good thing is I knew the range was approximately. One other quick step I did before was I had to see which years were missing. Um, so I did that in the all calendar view, and I used the quick filters to sort it by album, apple picking, and then I also sorted it through the years. So you go by years, and obviously, my son was born in 2009, so that was the first time we went was 2011. So you could see there's no results from the 2000s in Apple Picking Through the Years folder. Then you go to the 2010s, and I just literally went year by year, and there was nothing from 2010. Then starting in 2011, there was pictures, and I ended up going to finding that 2014, 15, and 16 had no pictures. So that gave me the context of when I was looking. So back to the calendar view. So I simply just went through the years. I picked the years that were missing, 2014, And then what I did is I double clicked on the month, and then I just looked for the thumbnail of apple picking pictures. So as you can see here on the 20th and the 21st, and I don't remember if we went 2 days or if that's just something to do with the meta tagging, but you could see all the pictures there. And it turns out they were, if I look at the location on the right, let's see if Enfield, Connecticut. So again, that's northern part of Connecticut. And I honestly did not remember that that was where we went. So, but I was able to narrow it down by the month. And so the years that were missing, I just went through 2014, 15, and 16 and found the apple picking related pictures from each year. And then I went back to the album, which is what you can see here. And there's 482 apple picking years, and it's sorted in chronological order from 2011 through just this past weekend, 2024. So that was really neat. It worked like a charm. Obviously this is going to work on pictures that have meta tags. So all the digital pictures from say 2008 on, we're going to have that. Now what I can do is go in and pick the ones I like and disregard the ones I don't. You simply open up the tagging window over here, and now you can flag it rejected. So if you don't like this one, it's just going to go dark on you. It's still there. It's not deleting it. And you can either dismiss pictures like that, or you could, I guess, accept the opposite of reject, of course, is accept the picture, or you could label it with stars, or you could label it with a color, whatever system you have for labeling. So once you've accepted or rejected or flagged or whatever your system is, now you can sort them and only show your favorites. You do that by going to the, I forget what they call this menu, quick collection. And there's some that have already been made for you. You can add new ones, but I'm going to pick 4 and 5 stars. And I only did a few just as a demonstration here. And you can see that now I just have the 5-star pictures of apple picking. So it narrows the 438 some odd pictures in this folder. And you can narrow it down. And then now you could do a slideshow, make a photo album, or do lots of things with it. So that's an example of how to use Mylio to really find some photos quickly and composite events or different activities through the years. I hope you enjoyed it. This is Bennett with Memento Works, signing off.